Hello everybody, my name is Camilla, and today, by popular request, I'm going to be showing you how I edit my reference photos for my paintings. If you don't know who I am and what kind of art I make, here are a few examples. As you can see, I do a lot of self-portraits, and I do a lot of self-portraits that have multiple self-portraits in the paintings. And I use a reference because obviously they're realism, because I like to do realism, and you're gonna need a reference for that. And I've never really shown exactly how I do that, and it's actually pretty simple. So I'm gonna show you today. Long story short, I use Procreate on this very lovely iPad. So I'm gonna show you guys how exactly I edit my photos. Well, here's my super awesome epic iPad. We're gonna cover it up because there's some confidential stuff for you not to see. We're gonna go into one of the reference photos that I've already made, and I'm gonna show you kind of how I made it and walk you through. So this one is probably one of the most simple references you can make when you're kind of making, what is that? I don't even know what that is. When you're making paintings like this. Let me show you how the painting actually turned out. Ta-da! I don't copy the reference all the time super exactly. I had several, stop moving please, that I had taken with a self-timer camera. And as you can see in the final reference, I have this cake with like a stand. Obviously I didn't have the cake with me when I was doing that. So I put this thing in the middle just so I would kind of know how the shadows work and how it would look if the cake was there, so I can kind of get like a reference for the shadows. First I add all my photos that I want to use, and then I kind of line them up to make sure that they're in the right place. I start kind of cutting them out. I take the lasso tool or whatever the hell it is, outline it. Say I want to outline this whole little body here. I'm just gonna do this really quick. Select it, and then usually what I do is copy and paste. That way I still have a copy of the original photo in case I want to, lasso it again. And that way I can, move this around, put it where I want it to be. And then I'll usually, let's say I want to put this person here now in the back instead of this crazy ass person. I'll take my eraser and I'll lower the opacity on this layer so I can see through, and I'll just kind of erase it so it makes it seem like she's behind this person and this person right here. And that's like the very basic kind of how I will Photoshop stuff. For the cake, I obviously had a picture of me from my actual 16th birthday, and I take that cake and then I use the distort tool, put it into place how I want it. And what I mean by the distort tool is when you select this layer and you go here, you can play with distort or warp. You can kind of move it like this if you want it to be like crazy. Kind of how I do all my references, to be fair. I'm gonna show you how I made this reference for this painting right here. This is my main reference photo that I took, just my phone. You can see that I'm kind of posing because in my mind I'm like, oh, in the painting I'm gonna be taking this off. So I'm posing as if I am already taking off, the skin. I take another photo with the hand actually in place so that then I can cut out this hand from that other photo using the same lasso tool. Then I can, move it around so it looks like I'm pulling off my skin or whatever. And then this one's a funny photo. I take more reference photos because I knew I wanted there to be like little feet skin boots in the back. Obviously I cut them out. Now I have, the feet in the background like I wanted to, and then I just keep repeating this, and that's kind of how I Photoshop that. And then I obviously went in just with the regular drawing tool and I put it there just so that I could have an idea of how this was gonna look like. I'm sure there's tons of other apps that can do this, but I mean, personally Procreate is worth it for me. I mean, you can do anything on it, but I am 1000% sure there are other free options. I was gonna show you how to do it on the phone, but obviously I'm using my phone right now to record. But Procreate actually has a phone version, but you can just do it on your phone with your finger. Obviously you don't need a freaking Apple Pencil. You're completely fine just doing it with your finger. Obviously if you're painting it afterwards, I feel like for me at least, the reference doesn't have to be super accurate because I know when I go paint, I'll go fix up like any mistakes I made in the reference or anything I want to change. Hope you guys enjoyed this super duper quick little tutorial video thing, and I hope it helped a little bit. Play around with Procreate or whatever app you're using. Photoshop is also a really great option, but obviously it costs a lot of money and nobody's got time for that. Okay, bye. Beep. Beep.